shining. We've arrived. Awaken, align, transform, and shine. Do, 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 do. And then we arrive at this place where we can shine our light, be magnificent and radiant and intelligent, and shine our light so bright, be beacons of light to guide the journey to the awakening, the light, and the versions of ourselves that we feel joy. We feel alignment with our soul purpose. We know we've arrived. We know who we are. We know what we want. We know where we're going. And sometimes we don't, but we're like, that's okay too, because maybe we're in a cocoon and we're in our metaphysical metamorphosis chrysalis journey. And we know we've been a butterfly and now we're in a cocoon, and we will reemerge again as a butterfly, a different butterfly. But, butterflies don't actually live long. Like they're in the cocoon longer and then they fly, and then the cycle continues on. And we go through this experience of being the butterfly and being in the cocoon and, reemerging. But one thing is so true, is the shining I have experienced. It's not just the shining from reemerging from the cocoon and being the butterfly. I've seen beautiful, gorgeous women in their grief, in their sadness, in their trauma, in their triggers, and they're still shining. And so I really want to make a point of that. Shining to me, and I got chills all over my body. Those are called truth bumps. Shining to me doesn't necessarily mean you got it all together. That's being a perfectionist. That's not necessarily shining. Shining is this thing that we do, in my opinion, of course, that we get cracked open to our truth, to our purpose, to our mission, to our authenticity. And that is so shiny and that is so beautiful. And when I work with women and men that are in that raw grief or self-awareness of their own shadow, and they're reflecting and they're looking inwards at that shadow of how they've been and how they want to become, and really being authentic and real with their awakening journey or their grief or their sadness or their anger, even their rage, they're shining because they're growing and they're awakening and they're being true to themselves. And so I want to just say, it's not just, once you climb that mountaintop of awakening and aligning and transforming, and now you're on the mountaintop and you're shining. I mean, it is that. Of course it's that. And that's what we all want, right? Is to be shiny and glittery and beautiful and happy and filled with joy. But sometimes the actual shining is being cracked open and the light coming in and then the light shining out. And there's this transformative quality in the grief that allows people to shine even brighter. And so if you're watching this and you're like, oh, I just want to be shiny, it's like, yeah, you'll have that moment of being shiny and sparkly, but know that if you are being authentic and you are being true to where you are on your transformational journey, that's where it's at. The authenticity. I've seen it again and again and again. I have witnessed, my soul clients and friends crying, sad, so much grief, and they are shining so bright and so beautiful and radiating just light coming out of them. So wonderful. So wonderful. So if you're in your transformation journey and you're still sitting with grief, or you're still sitting with some anger that hasn't been resolved, my goodness, you have the right to be angry. There's a lot to be angry about. And if you haven't released that yet, you haven't done the forgiveness work for yourself or someone else, but you're in it and you're doing it, or you've awakened to the fact that that is what's next, just know that that's part of it. It's part of the journey. It's part of the transformation. And it doesn't mean that you're not shining, because along your journey, if you're being true and you're being authentic to your path and you're not stuck there in it, right? You're actually making steps to go forward and release and heal whatever's, blocking right there, and I've been through that. Took me 2 years to forgive my stepdad. Was I not shining through that 2 years? No, I was totally shining. I was shining really bright for those 2 years. I was teaching 8 yoga classes a week and doing woman circles. And I was shining really bright, but I was also releasing and healing and forgiving and transforming a lot of that anger, a lot of that sadness. And usually anger is sadness and grief. And the anger is just a lot easier to feel. And I know that was my experience was, underneath all that anger was all my vulnerability, my sadness, my grief. And once I start to really go in and feel, they say you can't heal what you don't feel. Once I started to feel, I could start to heal. I could start to transform. And then I could even shine brighter and brighter and become lighter and lighter. And sometimes illness and getting sick is part of our awakening journey. And it's been an interesting journey for all of us. I know I'm not the only one that's been dealing with some health issues. But I tell you what, when you have some health issues, it's like you go from when you have good health, for example, when you have good health and you're feeling great and you're teaching 8 classes of yoga a week and you're just on fire and living it up, it's like you're on a tropical island drinking a pina colada. Life is good. Everything's great. You are surfing the waves. It's when you crash and that big wave comes and you get knocked out and you almost drown and you're sinking. And then you're climbing to the shore and you're lying there on the sand, with lungs full of water, coughing and going, ow. You take a pause. It's probably not going to get on another wave right now. Just going to take a pause, sacred pause, and go into the cocoon. You're no longer on the tropical island drinking the pina colada. You're in a different place. You're in a different mental space. And sometimes that is the awakening process for some of us. I know it was for me. I needed to be realigned with not having that energy push through, not being so in my masculine of, I got to do this and I got to do that and I got to be this and I got to be that and I got to be a human doer, human doer. And that's where I was. I was overachieving. And often people that have come from a childhood traumatic situation, which I did, childhood trauma, they become either a drug addict, alcoholic, and have more trauma and then have trauma stacked on top of trauma, or they become an overachiever and a perfectionist, which is my story. I broke all the patterns of addiction. However, I became, I broke the patterns of becoming addicted to substance like alcohol and drugs. Not my story. I'm so happy about that. However, I've become addicted to transformation, addicted to running my business, addicted to being a conscious creator, being addicted to perfection, to overachieving. I got to get an A on everything. If I don't get an A, I am so upset. And it's like, whoo, wow, that's interesting. And so I went into a cocoon, and I'm still in a cocoon, but I'm coming on here to tell you all that even though I'm in my academic cocoon, getting my master's degree in psychology, I am still going to show up, and I'm going to take you on my journey through my cocoon and through my transformation. And I'm publicly making a commitment to my community that I'm going to take you on this journey with me. And I'm not exactly sure what the details are, but I am going to take you on this journey with me. And it is going to be an interesting journey. So, yeah, the next thing that I'll be offering, because I'm a woman of my word, I always finish what I set out to finish. And that is the Awaken the Goddess Within, with 2 new speakers that are beautiful. Oh my goddess, they're beautiful. Both of them are just amazing souls, and you do not want to miss their beautiful goddess contribution and conversations. And so they will be joining the conversation, and this will be relaunching for Mother's Day, a Mother's Day gift for everyone, along with Awaken the New Feminine Paradigm of Leadership, and beautiful, amazing conversations for that as well, about leadership and what that means, and what old paradigm and new paradigm leadership is, and what it means to really awaken the new feminine paradigm, and also what it really means to be a woman in leadership and be a heart-led leader, and new ways, tips, strategies. Like, these are beautiful, beautiful souls that are sharing their stories of what leadership means, their process, and how we can awaken these leadership qualities in ourselves. And so it's very enlightening. It will awaken consciousness and talk about awakening, aligning, transforming, and shining. Both of these summits will give you so many tools, so much wisdom, so many stories. I don't know about you, but for me, I awaken to stories. When I hear other people's stories, it's not just the words that come out, but it's the frequency and the vibration of what the message is, especially when it's in alignment for my soul. And the speakers that I have chosen and that have chosen me are beautiful souls that have so much wisdom, so much knowledge, such amazing stories, and just their beingness. When you're with them, listening to them, feeling their vibration, just even their vibration, not even the words, but the vibration of their inner soul coming out and radiating, will awaken you and light you up. They're just absolutely beautiful souls. So excited about this contribution that I'm making before I really go into this academic cocoon. This is my big offering to my community. It's absolutely free, no strings attached. There's no upgrade. There's no join the backstage pass, nothing like that. It's all free. Click on the link below to register and sign up. You do need to register in order to get the leadership and the Goddess Summit for free, because I will be sending the links out through our email system. I had, just so you all know, on the first summit, I had convert kit, and so many people had problems with it because you had to confirm the email, and lost a lot of people through that process. So I've changed back to MailChimp, and it's just straightforward. You don't have to click on another thing. So many people says, oh, what is this convert kit thing? I don't want to sign up for convert kit. It was just my email list. But now I've switched back to MailChimp, so it's very straightforward. If you have any problems, send me an email, and I'll get you connected so that you can enjoy these beautiful conversations. And I'll be taking you through my journey, my transformational journey through my cocooning. And I'm very excited to do that. So I'm sending all of you so much love and so many blessings on your awakening journey. And thank you all. Thank you all for your patience and your understanding. I know that I just kind of disappeared in so many ways. It's an interesting experience going through the cocooning. And for any of you that have cocooned as well, you know, it's like you just want to go in. You're like a seed under the soil, you know, buried deep. And you're like, I am not ready yet. I will move to the light, but I'm going to take my time and I will reemerge when I'm ready. And you can't rush the process either. You know, you can't say to a seed or a plant, grow faster. No, it doesn't work that way. You just give them some water, put them where they need to be in the shade or a little bit of sun, and allow that transformational journey to unfold in its own timing. And so I've been in my cocoon and I'm still in my cocoon, but I'm going to reemerge from time to time and let you all know how it's going. So sending you so much love and so many blessings. And click on the link below, register for Awaken the Goddess Within and Awakening the Leader Within. Awaken the new feminine paradigm. However, it is about awakening our own leader within. And by the way, the Goddess Summit and the Leadership Summit is for men and women. It's not just for women. It's about the awakening that we're all going through and getting in touch with Mother Gaia and the feminine part of our being so we can be the best versions of who we are each and every day. And so I just noticed, you know, I call myself the Cyndi Lauper of the spiritual world because, you know, girls just want to have fun, right? And I just want to have fun making these YouTube videos. And I just realized that my ring light is showing in my glasses when I look up. And so I'm like, ooh, wow, I got alien eyes. Look at me. Oh, either I'm like an AI person. Ooh, look at me. Maybe I'm from another planet, from another star system talking to you, and I've got rings in my eyes. Or I'm just someone that's beginning on this journey and noticing that my ring light is reflecting in my glasses. But can I have some fun with it and not be so perfect? Will I put this video out? I am not sure. But I think I've got supervision. So, shine your light, be who you've come to be a superstar if you want to shine bright, shine that inner light. Don't be afraid to be who you are because you are a superstar. It is time to reconnect. It is time to awaken the goddess within.